Welcome back to Tim Talks. I want to talk about the wildfires that have been happening in California. As I sit here right now, it's the end of August. We've had a fair amount of smoke on our land, and we live with the concern of fire here every day in the fire season. We are vulnerable here. We've worked on our forest countless hours, cleaning it and keeping it healthy and beautiful. So if a fire came, hopefully it would survive. And we worked on protecting our home and our gardens. But it weighs on us, we think about it. And right now, wildfires, because of global warming and the hotter it gets. I talked to a man the other day who was on a trip on the Oregon coast, and I was there too, photographing. And he said he left Arizona, Lake Havasu area, because it was 122 degrees. He said it's uninhabitable. You can't live outside in that. At the same time, it was 130 degrees in Death Valley. Now, that's a hot place, but it's never been that hot. Global warming has created a situation where wildfires are just so common now and so devastating. Recently, in the past few months ago, the fires happened in Australia, and although I was not there, I cried every day. They say over 1 billion animals died. That whole country burned up. I think of the koala bears who are in the trees who can't get away. And because I'm an empathic person, I just complete helpless feeling. 1 billion animals. Do you hear that, folks? 1 billion. Now, there's incredible people over there now volunteering, something maybe you would do. Go volunteer. And they're trying to plant new trees and help the koalas and the other animals that were damaged and bring the forest back. And maybe it'll come back, but that was a devastating thing. And for the last 20 years, we've been having these devastating fires in California. And I recently just got the call from my friends from my old home, Santa Cruz, California, on the Monterey Bay. The place was on fire. I remember it was a bizarre thing. I was showing a picture of this incredible cloud and this incredible blue color on the ocean as the cloud was moving over the ocean, and it was shooting out lightning strikes onto the ocean. And it was a surreal photograph. It was mind-blowingly beautiful, a thing of nature to marvel at. And the next day, the lightning strikes had started fires all over the mountains around Santa Cruz. And many of my sacred places along the coast burned up. Many homes of people I know or associated with through my school burned up. Many people had to flee their homes. It's so sad. And I think, and at the same time, there's something like 400 other fires in the state. You gotta love the firefighters who fight so hard for these things. And I admire all the people that help each other. And it is truly a chance to be of service and make a difference when something like that happens. Taking in people and so forth. Fighting the fires. Donating money to help in recovery, etc., on and on. But how often do we stop and think what it's like for the animals? What it's like for a squirrel who's living in a tree and a fire's coming, or deer with her 2 babies. She's running, but there's no place to run. Or the birds that fly over and it gets too hot and they fall out of the sky. Or all the insects, or all the fish in the creeks that are filled with ash and dust and dead trees. And it is just devastating. And I think one of the most important parts of all of this, besides fighting global warming and making land safer around fire, is just being empathic enough, taking the time to understand how hard it is on all living beings. If it's affecting you and your family or people you know, think what it's doing to the people and the animals. And then take it further. What is it doing to the trees? I saw a picture of one of my most sacred places was Big Basin State Park, all 1,000, 2,000-year-old redwoods. And I saw one burning from the inside out. And it was just mind-blowing how painful that was to see that photograph. Those trees have been through hundreds of fires in their 1,000 years of life, probably. But because fires are so hot now due to global warming, climate change, many trees they can't survive the fires. So fight for the earth, get things healthier. Let's stop global warming, but be empathic, feel for these beings, and find ways to help. If you're anywhere near where animals are fleeing fires, they desperately need water. They desperately need water. Put out pails of water anywhere you can. Birds, everything will need it. You could save lives for sure. Possibly help to feed animals. Check in with local wildlife groups and such and ask what needs to be done. Be willing to keep your dogs and things in if deer come running in near you so they're not scared and run back into the fire. Educate yourself. How can you help? It's in the helping that community forms and a bond takes place, and we come together for a higher purpose. Thus, we can become caretakers for the earth. We can get through this time, but it's going to be difficult. And I admit, I've always got a little anxiety around fire. I just want to finish this simple little talk by putting a prayer out for all the animals, all the people who've gone through all the fires around the world. I wish you the best, and I'm sorry for you. All the love and respect. Oh.